This is Professor DePaulo. Welcome you back to Site 65 Online. And today I'm going to talk about the method section right up. So to view the method section right up, you can go into the Assignments tab, which is located here in Blackboard. And on the left-hand column, you'll see an Assignments tab. Click on that. It'll bring you to this page with all the assignments. And then you can go to writing the method instructions. So click on that as a PDF, and it's really basic. So this should not take you very long at all to do. What you're going to do here is you're going to start with the word method centered in your page in regular text, regular font, 12 point, center it, right? And below that, you're going to have participants. Participants should be in italics in 12-point font. Do not put like commas or colons or dashes next to it. Just write the word participants in italics, right? It's a subheading. And then below that, on the line below the word participants, you're going to start your write-up, right? So the first, this is like one or two sentences, very basic, describing the number of total participants, the number of males, females, non-binaries, and age range. This is all found on the Google data sheet. And I've posted the Google data sheet for you, and where they were recruited from. Obviously, they were recruited from a, Site 65 class, research class at the Borough of Manhattan Community College. Pretty basic deal here. So this is one or two sentences. You want to make sure, though, you have the number of participants, number of males, females, non-binaries, and the age range. So let's go show you where you can find the Google Sheet. So I put the link to the Google Sheet under the weekly guide in week 3. First thing here, you see this review for midterm. So the midterm is next week, so you want to do the review. So that's here for you to work on this week. The midterm will be next week, week 4. Multitasking data. This is the data from the multitasking experiment that I had you complete. And if you click on this link, it'll bring you to the Google Sheet file where you're going to find the data you need to put in the method section as far as the number of participants, their genders, and their age range. So when I click on multitasking research, you'll see a spreadsheet like this. You cannot edit the spreadsheet, it's view only, but you don't need to edit it. And here you see column F, what is your gender? You can count up the number of males, number of females, the number of non-binaries, and put that in your, for participants. And if you go further down, you're going to see age. And it's not down here, right here. What is your age in years? And here's your age range. So to find the range, you take the highest minus the lowest. You should just write the ages of the participants range from the highest value to the lowest value. Whatever those values are here, you can find that in the data sheet. Just look at this column. And that's all you need for the method. Now, I will be using the data here to calculate the results this week, but you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to take care of that. And I'm going to write the results section for you this week. And then next week, you'll be writing a discussion section, which will be based off of the results section that I work on this week. And I'll make another video explaining what kind of results we found. Did we support our hypotheses? And you're going to put all of that and talk about all those results in your discussion section for next week. But for the method section, it's very simple. You need the number of males, number of females, and non-binaries. You need to state that under participants. And you also need the range. Ages range from a high of whatever to a low of whatever. And you can see the age range here. So you can calculate that yourself, very basic. That's in these Google Sheets that you have access to. So let's go back to the method. That's participants. So basically 2 sentences here. Nothing fancy. Put participants in italics. Start the 2 sentences on the line below the word participants. So just leave participants in italics here. No colon, no dash, no nothing. Start it on the second line, the line below here. I'm going to start where my cursor is. The line below participants. Then for material, same thing. Italics, 12-point font. Nothing else. Start on the line below materials. And I need 1 or 2 sentences here describing the materials used, which were basically an online multitasking test, which was part of the Psych Toolkit website. You don't need to go into the different components of the test. If I was writing a method section, I would describe in detail exactly what the test looked like and maybe provide screenshots if I was trying to publish this. But for these purposes, you just need to tell me that you did a online multitasking test that was part of the Psych Toolkit website. And you also need to say that a survey was then completed online. Uh, you don't even need to talk about the items in the survey because that'll be under the procedure section. So this is 1 or 2 sentences here, very basic. Procedure, once again, italics, 12-point font, nothing else. Start the line below. What happened during the study? Tell me. Well, it was pretty basic. You completed an online multitasking test, and then you also completed a survey that measured reaction times, gender, age, hours of daily sleep, GPA, and if you want to list the other variables, it's fine. You list the other variables as well. So, and once you're done with that, you have your 3 sections: participants, materials, procedure. That's your method section. It can be done literally in 10 minutes. So, this is not something to fret over. Please complete this, format it correctly. There's nothing complicated here. If we were running a very complicated study, you would have a much more complicated method section. But in this very basic study that we're running, there's not much to talk about in terms of the procedure. This isn't a complicated study like, for example, the Milgram study where you were recruiting all these people and then having Confederate interact with them, right? The electrical shock study that you're probably familiar with. The Confederate worked with the experimenter. That's a much more complicated study to describe, and you would need to put that into your method section exactly what was going on there. But with this, really fill out a survey, do a task online study. There's not much to report here, so it's really easy. Don't make it complicated. Take 10, 15 minutes to complete it. Upload it at the link. Now, where do you want to upload it? Go back to the assignments page. Go to assignments. You'll see this method tab here. This is, here's where you uploaded the introduction. Here's where you're uploading the method section. You click on this, you upload it. I get it. I'll get to it probably by the end of the week. I want to grade the introductions first this week. So upload the method. I'll get to it when I'm done with the introductions. And that's it. It's probably the simplest part of the paper, the manuscript to write is the method section, especially in this case. It's a very simple method. So take your 10, 15 minutes, knock it out. There's no reason that this shouldn't be a very, easy assignment. Use the rest of the time this week to study for the exam, the midterm for next week. And you'll have a discussion board and all that. But use whatever time you have not writing the method section because it's so easy to study for the exam. So that's it. If you have any questions, you can email me, stop by office hours, let me know if I need to help you in any way. So goodbye for now. See you next week with the discussion section and talking about the results section.